guys, it's Di, and I wanted to do a short comparison review between two bags that I've been wanting to review together for quite some time. And these are the Rebecca Minkoff Morning After Mini style and the Balenciaga City style. And the reason why I wanted to compare these two for you guys is I actually think that these bags are quite similar in how they function. They do look a bit similar as well, just as far as their style, because they have the two handles and then they also have the detachable shoulder straps on the side. And then also they have the soft kind of pliable leather, so they are quite similar in those respects. And so for me, when I look at bags, especially if I'm wanting something in the satchel style, and I maybe have something I'm looking at in Balenciaga, obviously the price point from Balenciaga is quite a bit higher, I always kind of look and see, is there maybe something similar color-wise from Rebecca Minkoff that may be kind of a good duplicate or may satisfy my need for that color in that respect. So this is the Rebecca Minkoff Purple Quilted bag from 2011, and this is the Balenciaga City in a faded black color from 2008, and I really love both of these bags. Like I said, I do feel like they function very similarly because the styles are so similar. You can see that the shapes are actually very similar as well. The main body of the bag, they hold the same amount of things. So if you carry your daily essentials or like a wallet, cell phone, keys, makeup bag, and then possibly like a small scarf, that sort of thing, they're going to fit in both of these bags. I consider these like a medium everyday bag type style. The differences on the front are going to be the Rebecca Minkoff bag has this very large open zipper area, so you can fit more down inside of here, and you can see the opening goes all the way across. And then the Balenciaga also has the zippered area on the front, but it's a shorter area, so for iPhones, depending on what case you have, it may just barely kind of fit in there, and keys work really well in here, but you're not fitting a lot beyond that in there. On the back, they both just have the flat backs. This is a special style, the Rebecca Minkoff Morning After Mini, so it does have the studs on there, but generally for just the regular leathers, it's just a flat leather style on the back. And then on the sides, the Balenciaga just has the flat leather, and this particular Rebecca Minkoff bag has little pockets on the side. Then on the interior, this Balenciaga bag just has the pocket in the back where the tag is that zips open, and that's really the only storage compartment on the interior of this. Now the newer style bags, if you're looking at the City from like 2012 and beyond, they have added cell phone pockets to those, so I have not gotten one of the newer bags with the new pockets to be able to see how useful they are, but they will have additional pockets on the inside for the newer ones. And then the Rebecca Minkoff one, I believe this has been pretty standard for, you know, even the older styles, because I did have an older Morning After Mini that also had cell phone pockets. So it has the zippered area back here, and then it also has the built-in cell phone pockets up here, although you can see I don't really use those. So currently I have loaded up the Morning After Mini, and all of the same things that I have in here fit in the City as well. Afterwards I'll kind of show you guys how I transfer from one bag to the other. I do feel like that if you are looking at possibly investing in a Balenciaga City bag, that maybe getting a Rebecca Minkoff Morning After Mini bag would be a good starting point to see if you like the style and if it would be worth the investment for you. Rebecca Minkoff has kind of evolved. They used to actually have the tassels. In fact, this one has tassels that I can put on there, but they've kind of taken it to more streamlined styling. I think when Balenciaga started their kind of giant hardware and giant mini hardware, then Rebecca Minkoff kind of took off in a different direction as well. But you can see that size-wise, these bags very, very similar, and these may be two options to interchangeably consider if you have been wanting to try one or the other. So I will show you what fits down inside both of these, and hopefully that's helpful if you have been comparing these two bags. So this is everything that I had loaded up in the Rebecca Minkoff Morning After Mini over here to the side, and the two bags are laying flat next to each other and empty. And you can see that the strap drop on the Rebecca Minkoff handles are about 2 inches longer than the handles on the Balenciaga bag, and these will fit over my shoulder comfortably. However, the Balenciaga handles are just a little bit short to fit on the shoulder comfortably and are better handheld. And then the shoulder strap, of course, on both of them is long enough to be shoulder carried, but you can see that the strap drop on the Balenciaga bag is quite shorter and is pretty much like the length of the bag And the Rebecca Minkoff strap can actually be used crossbody, whereas the Balenciaga bag on me is not able to be used crossbody. And then on the interior, the Rebecca Minkoff has a really wide opening, so it has kind of a square feel to it. The corners are squared off, so it holds its shape quite nicely. Whereas the leather on this Balenciaga bag, especially because it's been used so much, it's quite smushy and it kind of falls in on itself. You can also see that the Balenciaga bag isn't quite as wide as the Rebecca Minkoff bag, and that especially at the top, because the top kind of pinches together, it doesn't have quite as big of an opening across. However, it does open up really wide through this area. And then when you pick up the bags, the weight on them, of course the hardware in the Rebecca Minkoff adds a little bit, but the weight is about the same. The leather is just a little bit lighter on the Balenciaga bag just because of its nature. So I will real quickly show you what all of these things look like loaded up inside of both of these bags. This is the Louis Vuitton Insolent wallet, the Louis Vuitton Cosmetic. I have two Rebecca Minkoff pouches. I just put down here to the side. I'm using my Tory Burch sunglasses. Put that case down here to the side. I'll just throw my keys down here in the front. And then Juicy card case and Louis Vuitton clay. And that is everything loaded up down inside the Rebecca Minkoff Morning After Mini. And I'll go ahead and switch everything over to the Balenciaga City. You can see that the City kind of falls open around your items sometimes, depending on how you're setting it down. So I kind of do this to shake everything down inside the City. And this is what everything looks like down inside of the Balenciaga City handbag. So you can see that both bags hold the same amount of items very comfortably. In fact, the interior size is almost identical, I would say, between these two bags. So hopefully this has been helpful if you have been considering one of these two bags and also wondering how similar they might be. I do feel like these styles are different enough to have both because, of course, obviously they're two different brands. And then also they have two different feels depending on the style of leather that you get and all of that. And of course, the Balenciaga leather is just gorgeous. There's really nothing that quite compares to it. But if you're wanting to try a Balenciaga type bag and, you know, just don't really want to devote that type of funds to it, I would say you really should look into the Rebecca Minkoff bags because the leather on them is quite nice. And it's a great option just to try out this kind of soft leather style bag and also the satchel style leather bag without having the larger investment in the Balenciaga bag. So hopefully this has been helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions about these two styles. And honestly, I really love both of them. If I, could only have one, I would probably go with the Balenciaga just because it's always been one of my handbag loves, I guess you could say. But I really love both of these bags. They both function great and actually function quite the same. So the style I know works out great for me and I really enjoy using both of them. So thanks so much for watching and have a great day.